Uh, just another lazy Sunday morning, but not really so much lazy Sunday morning. Like a grieving morning, Sunday morning with disorder. A lot of emotional pain. Square format. I'm not really a YouTuber. I never really was part of your YouTube community, right? Here's my journal, so jotting stuff down about emotional distraught of losing a companion, and could be anywhere. But the most important thing, yeah, I should have taken a vet a while ago. I mean, I take her to one or two vets, and they really got me discouraged, especially last one. Also, with my mother, a couple weeks prior, she said, maybe we should talk about taking a vet. And it's like, she mentioned something like we can't do anything, we got to put her down. And she did this, it wasn't that soon, but it was just the tumor that she had. It was disgusting, egregious. It was just growing, and it's like, I try to, I was calculating, I was strategizing. If they can get it cut, we go to this fucking same one. The vets I've been through, it's like, oh, you can't cut it. You can't use, wipes. I mean, damp cloth and Neosporin. Well, that we're just gonna have to put her down. And I was strategizing. I was like, even if I, save money for months, it's like, well, I'm gonna take her to surgery. And I was writing anal gland. Who knows how they're gonna cut her and stuff like that. And my mother, started saying, I think she was saying that, remember the last vet, she said she would be in control of bowel movements after the surgery. She was urinate and defecate because, I guess they would just cut her small intestine or her colon. So I was like, well, obviously surgery won't work. So it's like, what are they going to give her? Last time I went to it, it's like, I asked for any kind of pills or anything like that, an injection, There's nothing. It's like, the best thing I could do is use a cloth, keep washing it, put hot water. Just, I could, honestly, I couldn't fucking concentrate. And with her, a lot of times, 20, 30 minutes, and she would just leave. She'll be frantic. One of the times I really, I didn't like it hurt her. But like, stop, let go. And I had to wash her because she defecated. Actually, she defecated, she had larvae. There was worms coming out. So it took me an hour to get the worms out and make sure there was no worms. But interiorly, she was just, she was suffering. And she started losing a lot of weight, I mean, it was my negligence and carelessness to leave her outside. And even if I watched her, there was no flies or mosquitoes. But it's like, when she had the colic, she couldn't clean herself, and she just, it got they got on the tumor and they gave her the larva, But even besides that, it was months, and I just, it was this one time, I cleaned it up. I don't know if she scratched or something. There was just this blood and pus everywhere through. I was like, what the fuck happened? And I checked the backside, and this tumor was just this small. It was just small, and it was way away from the anal gland. I mean, I already talked about it right then. I should have taken her to the vet, maybe just cut that out. But I don't know if that day or the same day just happened to go to psych ward. When psych ward went 10, 11 days and it got worse. But yeah, I was strategizing, and it's my failure. I should have just taken her to the vet. I should have taken her to the vet, But other than that, I'm going through a period of grievances, and it's like, I can't, it's like I'm writing it down. It's, even for my last cat, Pusha, her death was just, fucking, it was atrocious, So it's like, I did hit rock bottom, rock bottom with the drinking, It's like when you hit rock bottom, you're like, you had enough. And it's like, it was, circumstances at hand, but I just realized, this is not going anywhere positive. And even for weeks, I was like, I don't even want this stuff. But it's like craving comes out when you like, you have highs and lows. People talk about triggers, and they just fucking get you just to relieve something. Even with her, the extreme sadness, I was like, I just had enough. I have to have a drink. I can't fucking do it anymore. I have to feel something. Excuse me, I'm recording. I'm recording something. I'll give you, the receipt in a minute. So. Just me sitting on my phone talking to it took all of you without YouTube. No, but it is hitting a lot of them, and I actually it comes at the most unlikely time. You know, you would think if I hit rock bottom, maybe I'm rationalizing. You know, months prior it would have been better. Would have been better. You know, or maybe I was in the emergency room, and I just started acting out to everybody angry. And then, the thing was, I started, feeling like vulnerable of like my parents are gonna have no empathy, compassion, or sympathy towards me, my so-called cousin, brother, or my cats and myself, and being like, I feel like, the ground wasn't underneath me. I felt very like I'm not just gonna come here anywhere. It's like, I don't have any support. I have no support. The support I have is minor financial, and it's I'm being controlled kind of way. So there is that, but I felt that, and it's also like why am I feeling this? And that's that's the part I realized it's got to be the alcohol. It's like diluting my senses, and I'm thinking about something very obvious that I know, but it's making me feel something like I don't want to feel. I don't want to be like minimizing her death and my life experiences. Also like there's bigger picture and hate here, obviously. But that's the part that just started making thinking like if I was sober, I wouldn't think that, I believe. So it made me feel like and I don't have cravings for alcohol. I guess last night I just it bounced around in my head, but it could be somebody else's thoughts. Like I didn't want to think about that stuff. I gave away these 2 token beers. Not that it's relevant, but I didn't want to. I forgot I had them in the freezer, and I just like I'm not gonna open up and throw them out. It's like a loss of a product, Even though it's supposed to signify this, I'm not gonna be all symbolic about it. But yeah, hit rock bottom, and now I'm going through like a mourning phase, and it's just it's just her thought of her. It's usually just this thought of her just makes me fucking weak. Thought about a cute poetic sense. Oh, befriended, like an actual rat, because I used to call her Strua a rat. She was grayish, she was longish, and long she was a cat, but it's not even that. It won't do anything, But yeah, it's yesterday I came. I didn't go to psych ward. They took me to the emergency room, and they took me to the psychiatric unit on the bottom floor for evaluation. And I explained to the doctor, I'm here because my parents' lack of compassion that make me had an outburst, and alcohol has a lot to do with it. Also, I explained that I'm not, having a psychotic breakdown. I'm not bipolar. I'm not schizophrenic. Like I'm, paranoid, this and the other thing. The anger went away. I didn't really want to like hurt my parents. And yesterday I was like, if it wasn't for the alcohol, I wouldn't have acted like that. I would have been much more serene and calm about it, and understanding, and would have, even if she had to, have her death, it would have been in a more peaceful manner. I would have been crying the whole time, but I wouldn't have been as angry. Even I should be angry at them, I wouldn't have shown it. So I didn't show it days prior. We were actually traded words without any passive aggressiveness, But it was just, and yeah, some people brought about a lot of anger inside me. I'm pretty sure they instigated that, especially to her, and make her feel emotional pain, even on the last days, But I talked about it. It's like I can't feel having anger to you. I know how small and petty and weak you are, It's not like you're gonna show yourself, but anyway, yeah, it just emotional trauma. Of course, alcohol's not gonna help, and nothing's gonna help. That's why I put some words down, and it's just for myself, for in the future. This is for for YouTube, for my vlog video. If anybody sees it, where I'm at today in my life without her.